Hello everyone, I'm Surabhi. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the budgeting of our homeschool. So a few days back a mother asked me how do I manage to buy this expensive books? How do I make sure I do not go overboard with the kids stuff? Because everyone is telling us buy this stuff, buy that stuff, mental activities, physical activities, books, toys, games, everything. And something with the kids, everything is expensive when it comes to kids. So how do I make sure that while I'm homeschooling, I do not make a dent in our home budget, and how much physically I have allotted the money? Because now I budget, but I did not used to budget. So I'll share how much I budget, how I budget, and why I budget that much. So but there's a story behind it, so I'll start from the very beginning, that how did we start budgeting and why I didn't budget before. So my kids are born in 2013-14, so I did not budget anything till 2016, and I bought a lot till 2016. Why? I would say first thing about me is I'm not someone who is an impulse buyer. I do a lot of research before buying. I'm someone who thinks a lot before buying, and things will sit in my Amazon cart and I'll wait for a deal. And I have that kind of patience when it comes to purchasing or buying things. But yes, initial years, I was learning about early education. I was overwhelmed, I was confused, and I did buy a lot of stuff. So, but in 2016, after I had my two kids, I was I had little hold of what I'm doing and about this parenting thing. That's sometime I decided to go little minimalist, decluttered, and started DIYing. And that's when the channel also came. So after that I did all the stuff DIY, and DIY means I bought lot of stuff from dollar store, and only mainly dollar store. And dot stickers, pencils, paper, color paper, crayons. That's why that time I did not need to budget much, because I'm a conscious buyer and I knew what I'm buying, and yeah, I know it is below my $50-$100 per month, and I was okay with it. Then so 2016 to 18, 19, I did everything DIY, did not buy anything much for kids. And yeah, things were under control. I was using all the stuff which I bought for first 2-3 years. A lot of puzzles, lot of games, everything like that. Comes 2018, and my girl was turning 5, elder one, and I was much more active in the homeschool community. So now that's a problem. When you're a part of community, you explore a lot of things. You're a part of different groups, and your expenses increase, because for the good reason. We were part of nature walks, we were part of museum tours, we were exploring structured classes. Again, it's not that things are, I'll not say things are very expensive, but Singapore is just an expensive place. So I'll give an example, like a normal class, normal average class, not like high level, normal average, any structured class will cost you about $40 per child per hour. And I'm telling the minimal kind of price, okay? Same way, museum tours will be from some tickets are $15, some tickets are $40, and I used to go with them, so it'd be 3 tickets for all that. So yes, things are expensive here, but still it was a community thing, and it was structured to homeschool, and we enjoyed it. We really enjoyed all those things. And then Singapore has a lot of attractions: Universal Studios, zoo, safari, aquarium, and yeah, we were members. We took membership, every year we'll take 1 or 2 memberships, because yeah, we used to be outside most of the time, and that was our way of learning. I used to just be out 3 to 4 days a week exploring all these places. So yes, things were expensive. We are spending a lot of money, but yeah, that time I did not need to spend much money on books, because we were completely dependent on library. My kids were not reading that much. So yeah, I had some books at home, but mostly library things. So, but this membership, classes, tours, nature walks, they were expensive. So it's not that I was still spending over the board for them, because again, by nature, I am a thrifter kind of person. But yes, expenses were more, and it was more that I do not have the control over money. That sense of control over money was not there, and that hit me, because it's we'll be paying through something, and just the sense of control of money was not there. I will not say I was spending over the board or under the board, but that loss of sense of control of money, of my expenditure, it was really hitting hard on me. It was just giving me that uncomfortable feeling that, oh, maybe are we spending a lot on kids, or are we spending less, or just all mind thing. And that's when I started tracking our expenses, like writing down either on Excel. Sometime I did Excel, sometime only on notebook and paper. Every month I will note down. The dollar expenses will be still less, because dollar store I will be spending less, but the classes, tours, membership, those expenses are like, they're more and they're not in my control. So yeah, those expenses are there. So like for 4 to 6 months, I really tracked our expenses every single month, that how much is the average money that goes per month for children, only children. They're you can say part of homeschool, but yeah, this is expensive. And that's what when in 2019, we decided that this is a budget, and we set $200 per month per child. And yeah, it worked, because again, I'm telling you, the classes are $40, and about $120, $130 will go in monthly on these ones only, and rest will be their dollar store, or they want to buy something, some activity, memberships. Yes. So I felt that it gave me a lot of peace of mind, because I had a sense of control, and it helped our family a lot. And I'll explain you about it. So first thing is, great, your expenses are controlled, because you're not going overboard or something like that. But what happened is, there are many a times in our life, because by nature we do not spend much, my personal nature. But then when there is something I want to buy, my heart says that it is good. I mean, this is required by my child, and I know it is required by my child, but because I find it expensive, and I have not budgeted, like if I don't have a number in my mind, I find it expensive and I do not buy it. Okay, because it's expensive. For example, I have not bought a book more than 1,000 rupees ever in my life for myself, or from India. I never bought. Whatever Amazon India I used to get, they were like, Amazon India is much way cheaper than Singapore. But buying a book here, which is like $40, $45, it's expensive. It is expensive. So I would never consciously buy a book like that, which is like $40, of course. But I'll tell you, once we were visiting our botanical garden here, and there was a store, the museum kind of store we have, and I went there and I saw the honeybee book, which you have seen in my honeybee project video. There was a honeybee book, there was a life evolution book, and there was a third book which I really loved, and all these books were $40 each. So if I think in standalone, this was very expensive. But I knew how much I wanted that book, because these kind of books are not available in Singapore or in libraries also very easily, because they are mainly US books. So you get it either from Amazon India or you get from US, which is not a possibility to me. But these kind of books you don't get in thrift stores also. So I really wanted that book. But because it's $40, it was expensive in my mind. Like, no, I can't buy it. But my heart said that, no, I want this book in library because it's an amazing book. So because I had a budget of $200 per month, and obviously we don't spend $200 every month, it doesn't happen, and even COVID though nothing is happening, but because I had that money in my mind, in my pocket, physically, every month I take $200 cash from ATM and keep it in my wallet, I spent it. And I was like, that mental thing, it's all mentally, I had $40, and if it's $120, okay, I have $400 this month, and I spent me about $200 for their classes, so I can afford it, though the book is still expensive. I don't say the book is cheap. So because I had the $200, I did not stop myself from buying what I feel is important. So when I came out of the store, my husband looked at the receipt and he was like much more overwhelmed, because he's not someone who is into books. He doesn't understand why I do have a book library or something. But he said, like, are you mad? Like, $120, are you sure it was worth it? And I'm like, yeah, it's worth it. And anyways, it's from my budget, so let's not discuss it, because yeah, giving that $120 cash was hard on me. But that's what, it's a fight between your heart and mind. And mind said, okay, we have the budget, and heart says, yeah, I really wanted it, but in between, it's very expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive. So if you have a budget like that in your mind, or like you have hard cash in your pocket, which is, it is kids budget, you can make these decisions much more easily, rather than if you don't have any budget and then you're always thinking, oh, do I have a budget? Oh, I don't have a budget, it is expensive. These decisions come very, very easily like that. Second example I will tell you, now we have the yearly package for, they go only one class, one is an art class kind of thing. It's like very unstructured but still dedicated class. So they have an annual package kind of thing, where it is cheaper, you get an enrollment for 1 year in that institute, and then it's easier. But if I have to buy that annual package for 2 kids once a year, it comes me about $1,500. Okay, so if I ask my husband in January, in December, I was telling him, we'll buy the package. I saw that offer in the website, so let's get package, and it's like $1,500, and it's not possible in our budget. Just bringing $1,500 for one-time payment suddenly in the month, we have to think about it in our budgets. So I said, no, it's okay. I have the cash, because every month I was not spending that cash, right? Because every month I save $100, sometimes $150, sometimes $200 saved, because we did not buy much books or did not go to museum tours much, especially in COVID. So I said, don't worry, we have the cash, so we can do the payment. So in a way, even if we had tried from our home budget, we would have managed it. But it's just that mental pressure was not there to buy suddenly something which was a huge thing, but I knew I wanted it. It makes sense. So basically, because it's my budget, I already saved it for like 6-8 months by chance. So when I had to buy it, which I really wanted to buy it, I did not have to think. It did not hurt my monthly budget or our family budget at all, because I have it. And also, because I had the budget, that money does not get used anywhere else, so such sudden kind of things. So I feel that having a homeschool budget had given a lot of mental peace to me to buy the things which I really like. So make sure that once you're a conscious buyer, okay, just don't go by everyone suggesting you to go and buy it. Try to find thrifted stores. Now our the physical thrift stores are closed, but I found online thrift stores here. So still I buy a lot of books now, but still I keep the things under control. But because I have a budget, I have spare money always in my pocket. So I have a envelope kind of thing where I put every month $200, $400, and that is always in my wallet. So when I make the payment for my kids stuff, it's always from that special wallet, because again, just giving me a sense of control of money and making sure that I don't feel guilt when I'm buying something which my heart knows I really want it. So that is very, very important, that you do not control yourself to buy something which is must, but also do not get overboard with all the YouTube and all the social media stuff out there. So please budget whatever is work for you. It should be in line with your family budget, not what I am saying or what I do, but you see what your child needs actually, and what fits in your budget, and take it for your mental peace. Because that's what I learned from being being in non-budgeted and spending for like 6-8 months, trying to track it out and then fighting in my head ki zyada to nahi kar rahe, kam to nahi kar rahe, and then having a peace of mind because I have a budget, I can afford it, and if it's not in my budget, I'm not getting it. So that struggle is not there in your mind when you are spending for kids. So hope it gives you an ideas, and just see if any questions you can ask me. I'll be happy to share any small stories that I've forgotten in between. But hope you enjoy this journey, and happy parenting. Bye bye.